Alright, so we're live at quarter four. We're going to be talking about my aquascape in this video. I'm going to be doing a bit of it during as well. Alright, I've been doing this for about a week now. Gotten quite far with it. So I'm just going to get straight into it. I've got those rocks on the floor, literally loads of boulders of it everywhere. So I'm going to pick some bits out and continue with it. I want a few of these rubbly bits to start off with. I think we're going to add a bit at the back there. I don't know. What about, is that stable? Yeah, it's all stable. Could you add a bit there maybe? That might be good. I could bring this ledge out further. That doesn't actually look too bad. I get more space as well. Alright, let's do that. I don't think I like the look of that. So, to stick that, I think I'm going to use some putty. Where's my putty? There it is. It's still in the packaging, so we're going to have to get this out. It's going to be a right mission. Scissors. Where am I? There. Right, that's done. God, they've packaged this well. How'd you get into it then? It's all... There we go. Right, got the back open. Right, we've got 11 people on, that's pretty good. Okay, this is the tube. I've already gone through one whole tube of this, which is 114 grams of it, all on the scape, mainly on just on this one though. It's not bad stuff. This it is pretty pricey though. They're £9 each for a tube, but you would get a lot of use out of this. This could stick all your corals down easy, but for rocks you have to use quite a bit. I can't even get into it. It's embarrassing. I have to use the scissors again. It's just this cap. I quite like these tubes. I'll probably keep them. I think that's open. God, they sealed these stuff shut. There we go. It's off. All right. So inside we've got this tube of the stuff. And it's in like this cellophane stuff that we want to open up. Well, it's really sticky, this. Well, it's quite warm actually. Ugh. Alright. So we want to pull all of this down. All the way around. Right, that's it. And there's a little sticker on the top we want to peel off. Alright, scissors again, keep losing them. We want to chop off the amount we want, which is just the, how much we're going to need, about the top, just the top tube. The only thing I don't like about this, well, there's a couple things actually. It's really sticky and it smells horrible. Yeah, it's really sticky. It goes all over your fingers. You've got to wash them afterwards, otherwise you stick your fingers to it. It's like super glue. It's really sticky, which is a good and a bad thing. Alright, and then we want to put it back into the tube. It doesn't really matter that much because it can't go solid without you mixing it together. But I put it in the tube because I like the tube. It's quite nice. Alright. And you also have to mix this stuff together for about 3 to 5 minutes, just mixing it, and it smells and feels horrible, so it's quite torture. Against the D&D putty, I think I prefer that. It's cheaper, It looks nicer, it doesn't smell, it's more squishy, and this is quite hard and, you know, the only the only thing I like about this is the packaging. It's in a nice tube, which I quite like. So I have to mix this together for quite a while. And then we just put in this little piece of rubble on the end of this platform there. And then we've got to hold it there, and then I've got loads of stuff like old pots and stuff to hold it up and brace it, so I don't have to stand there holding it for too long. This takes about, well, it says on the box anyway, it takes 5 minutes to start hardening, and then it takes 15 minutes to go solid, and it takes 24 hours to fully cure. Which, by the way, is completely wrong. It takes about 5 minutes to start going hardening, but I'd say it takes about 8 to 10 hours to go rock solid. 8 to 12 hours. Oh, it does smell really bad. I got the cement as well. I'm still got half a pot of this Reef cement. But I want to avoid using that when I can. I got an extra pot of super glue that came yesterday. Don't really use super glue that much because it's not very strong against these rocks. It's good for these tiny little bits of rubble, but for the big boulders it's not really useful. For the main structure, for the start, the big boulders at the bottom I use cement because that's the strongest stuff, and then for medium-sized pieces I use the putty, and then for the tiny pieces I use the glue. So this stream will be about half an hour to an hour long, roughly. Depends. I would like to get this finished by tomorrow. It doesn't really matter when I get it finished. I've got all the time in the world, and then get it in the tank for next weekend, when I have a big few-hour window to do it. Because it is going to be a big job getting all the coral out of the tank, and then all the rock out of the tank, and then siphoning through all the sand, removing the skimmer. Probably have to remove the wave pumps to allow more space to drop it in. Position them, rotate them, make sure they're stable, get all the corals back in. I'll have to buy some Zyme 9, which is going to prevent any ammonia spikes, because when I take all this rock out I'm going to lose a lot of beneficial bacteria, which I'm going to need. That's not too expensive, I don't think. I think it's like £5–10 to treat a 150 litre tank. Right, I think this is about mixed now. You want to mix it, you know, when it's fully mixed until it's all one colour. Because when you pick it out, there's a dark green and a light grey. You want to keep mixing it until you just get the light grey. It's kind of like blue tack. You want to make sure you get the piece in where you want, which is about, how did I have this? It was like that. So you look where the contact points are, which is there and there. We put the putty right where we want it, in that little space there, and then we stick it. This might be better sitting down where we want it, which is right there. Smush it in. It's better to do too much than too little on this, definitely. You can add water to this as well, which I did find quickened up the hardening time. Not by much, but you know, a few minutes. It just allows it to go a bit more stickier, and it gets a bit better hold when it's wet, but I'm just going to do it dry. It doesn't really matter. So I've got my super glue here, just the pot. Actually, it's a bit too tall. I've got this remote thing. I just use all sorts of stuff. Check what's the right height, and I put it underneath to brace it in there so I don't have to hold it. Alright, it's not going to be tall enough, is it? This is a big job. And if you think it takes this long just to do one bit of rubble, imagine how it's taken me a week. A week ago today, I started doing this scape. Now, a week later, I've got two really nice structures I'm really proud of, actually. It's taken a while, but it's definitely been worth it. We're gonna need a brace of some sort. What's tall enough? Was this not tall enough? I think it was, but it's Yeah, it's not tall enough though. I got an old super glue here that I might be able to use. If I just take the lid off, it'll make it a little bit lower down. Right, so this has been on for 10 minutes. 8 likes, that's good. Let's try and get to 10 if we can, guys. If you haven't already liked the live stream, go ahead and do that. We've got 9 people on. Nothing in chat, I don't think. I can't really see it right now. I'm a bit busy. Just give me a second, guys. Alright, let's use this as a brace. There. This should work. And no, that's not working. For God's sake. It's a lot harder than it looks. Oh, that's not staying. Alright, I'm going to need something heavy. Where did I put that cement? Oh, it's right here. Right, let's put the cement pot there. And then put the super glue up against it, about 45-degree angle. And then wedge the, I'm going to have to get over a bit more. And then wedge the super glue underneath it. I think I'm going to pour some super glue on this as well. So that adds a little bit of extra support, I suppose. Because this is sticking, but the more the better. Okay, I think... Are you going to stay? I don't think you're going to stay, are you? No, you're not staying. Get that bit closer, come on. Right, if we just lean up against that and push this forward. That's it. That's done, I think. I think we've done it. Yes, alright. Now, super glue. If we just get this all in the cracks, all on the contact points where we want it. Land it over, just layer it. Make sure we get enough glue on there. If you're wondering what kind of super glue I use, it's this eBay one, really cheap. I think it's like £10, I think. But you do get quite a bit of use out of this. That's what it's called. If you're interested, I think it's backwards to be honest, but it's Wayside Adhesive HV Gel. This is 50 grams, which you do get quite a lot out of this. I think it's the only size they do though. So I just have the brace up there waiting for the glue and the putty to harden up. It takes a few hours. Well, the glue takes about 5-10 minutes, but the putty, like I mentioned earlier, does take quite some hours. But when it does go solid, it goes brick solid. Yeah. I did lift these structures up as well. They're really light. I did expect them to be a lot heavier, but they're surprisingly light, which does help with me putting it into the tank. Alright, so whilst that's hardening up, I guess we could start on another piece. Where else could we add some more bits of rubble? I think the height's good. About there. The top of the skate comes up to about the frag rack, well, about where the Green Star Polyps coral is. So it's about it's about 2/3 up the tank, which is the height you really want. Because plus you got your coral growth as well. So I've definitely got enough height. The length and the width is good. I've already tried it. It does fit into the tank. I lifted it over on top, just hovered it over to see whether or not it would fit. It does fit. Annoyingly, I do have a brace bar on this tank, so I had to go for 2 separate structures, which I was planning on doing that anyway because I wanted a nice valley between the 2 of them. Alright, so 15 minutes in. Anything in chat? Looking good. Right. Nice. Alright, if you guys got any questions, you can ask on here. I will try and answer them on... There's loads of comments coming in quite fast, so I'll try and catch them when I can. Right, 7 people on, 8 likes. Let's try and get to 10 if we can. Try and get to 10 likes, like this video. Right, I think I'm going to pour a bit of water on this. Actually, no, because that's going to move the glue, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to quicken it up. As for this structure, this has been here for days. I haven't even touched it in days. I can wobble everything, and it's well, I can try to move everything. Literally, there's. I'm not going to try that because that's going to be. I don't want to break anything. But this piece, literally, everything I can pull, nothing, rock solid. It's all one scape now. Oh, we've got 10 likes. That's good. Well done, guys. I think that looks quite good. That's solid enough, yeah. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to get glue all over my fingers. Right, what can we do whilst we wait? I've got loads of rocks on the floor. To break them all up, I used a hammer and chisel. Pretty straightforward. It's only marker rocks, so it was really really easy to do. Just got the chisel in there, 2-3 smacks with the hammer, and it was all broken up. Yeah, really easy. Thought it'd be harder, but no. 11 likes. All right, they're really. We just got 10. How's the likes gone down? The like just went down. Can we get back up to 11 if we can? Alright, let's get some more bits of rubble. That's a bit big, I think. Don't you think? Is that big? It depends where we're putting it. Where are we putting this? Don't know. I think we want to go for a bit of a smaller piece. This piece here, if you can see, this ledge, that was a really hard bit to do because it's quite heavy and big and really sticky out. So it took a ton of. I used a ton of cement, putty, and super glue to stick it down. And then I put a boulder on top of this and a branch coming out this way to reduce the amount of weight that this is pushing down this end, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely rock solid now. I don't really want to test it, actually, to be honest. That's rock solid. That ain't going nowhere. But that's probably one of my favourite pieces. Yeah, I smashed that up. Really lucky. Have we got anything in chat? Okay. We've already been doing this for 20 minutes. Well, nearly 20 minutes anyway. 18 minutes. That's quite a while. Yes, alright, rubble. What we got? We got... That's too big. That's alright, don't you think? It's a bit round, don't you think? It's a bit ball-shaped. That's what I don't want. I want these kind of straighter shapes like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, don't you think? I have to keep rinsing my hands every 5-10 minutes when you're doing this job though, because of the rocket, but your hands go really dry. My hands are really messy right now. They're literally, there's glue, there's cement, there's those of, you know, fingers get those stuck together a lot. It's annoying, but it's a messy job. Where should I put this? This might be good at the top here actually. Might be able to create a good platform. Maybe if we go behind. No, I don't want to touch, that's going to touch the glass. I like these two pieces here. These are quite good. It goes 1, 2, 3, it's quite good. I like that. Could extend this platform out a bit more. Okay. Trying to see what people are putting in chat. Okay. I think I don't know. I want a bit of a smaller piece, I think. That's quite small. It's weird. Some of these D&D rocks are really sparkly. It's weird. They sparkle in the light. It's quite cool. It's weird. I don't know why they do that. I want a piece on the corner here, I think. That might be pretty good. It's too big. I need something really small. I haven't really got anything smaller. I got this. This is a bit of dead coral, actually. Oh, dead corals. That's why it's really light. I'll probably break this up in my hands. It's that delicate. No, I'm gonna leave that. I think it looks a bit flat on the end. That's why I want to add a bit of rubble on the end. Nah, that ain't happening. I'm not doing that. I'm going to leave that as it is. I really don't know what else to add to it. I said I did want to get this scape hopefully done by tomorrow. Because there's a lot of work. I've been putting in hours every day for a week straight doing this. It's a big job. Messy. Yeah, my desk is all cleared up. I know there's a lot of a mess going on here. Everything, it's all piled up. Was I had to clear up my whole desk to fit up this massive scape on it. I've got the template on here, which is the outline of the tank. So if you look downwards, it definitely all fits. We want to leave about 1 inch space at least to get the glass cleaner around the edge. How big is the tank? It's a 30-gallon tank. It's a dual Rio 125, so it's 125 litres. The dimensions of it is 80 centimetres long, 80 centimetres. The width is 36, and the height is 50 centimetres. If you were wondering. I had a lot of comments on videos saying people thought this tank was like 200-300 litres. It does look really big on camera. Definitely it looks about, I'd say about 250 litres, but it's only 125. But plus when you've got your rock and your sand and all your equipment inside the tank, we're looking at about 105, 110 litres. Really not that big. Alright, 11 likes. Alright, we've been doing this for 25 minutes already. Alright, we haven't even done anything really. I want to see anything I can improve on this scape maybe. I can't really add anything else onto this because I don't want to make it any bigger, otherwise it won't fit into the tank. This piece I could at the bottom maybe. But at the back, I want the back a little bit more flatter so I can have it pushed up against the back wall. Not too much, I want a bit of space behind there to get a bit of flow, but might be able to add a few more bits of rubble back here. I think I can add a space there. This might be a good piece. This is a bit ball-like, I don't really like. That might work. I haven't really got much space right here. I think this is going to fit. Yeah, I want to add a piece on the back. I don't want it shading this, so it's going to have to be quite small. Let's try a different piece. What else we got? That's a good bit. See, it's very flat, very branchy, sparkly as well. Okay. Right, this is very awkward. I might not actually have to glue this because there's a good hole. There we go, done. I don't think I have to really. I think that's good there. I think I can't really show you because it's at the back, and I don't want to disturb the camera because it's on the tripod. Plus, I'm using the inner camera. It's very complicated. But I think we'll have that there, or the other way maybe. Yeah, let's have that there. Right, let's do 2 pieces. Let's look in chat what we got. Top piece is a bit flat. What else could be there? Too big. I'm going to try that there. Let's try that there. Right, we want to just use the super glue here. I'm just going to use super glue for this bit. Oh, I've got it all over my fingers now, lovely. That's great. Oh, my hands are covered in glue. Alright. I think this should work. It's only a tiny piece, so it's not going to take that much. Oh, it's moving now. I'll try and brace it with this, maybe. No, it's not working. Right, we're going to have to hold this here. How far are we in? 26.5 minutes. That's cool. We'll be going for an extra 20 minutes, half hour. If anyone's got any questions, you can. Need more glue, I think. Yeah, at the top here. I've got a contact point. Oh, lovely. Well, everything's fallen on me. Right, that's okay. Let's get this back over there. Alright. This piece really doesn't want to stay. I might have to use putty, which will be annoying. I haven't really got anything to brace it though. I've got this, but it's a bit of a funny position. That's too big. That's too small. Actually, you know what? This might actually work. Alright, that's worked. Yeah, we've just got a little brace here to keep that rubble in place until it hardens up. I've got rid of the brace at the back because I think this piece is about stuck. So that's the I've got glue on me again. That's nice. Just use cardboard to get it off. Hands are so messy right now. This lid doesn't want to go on. Because I've got the wrong lid on this one. This one okay. Put this one on there. Hands feel really bad. Alright, anything else we can do really? I think I might actually be able to get the scape done today. There's nothing really else I can add. I've got loads of bits of rock left. I don't have to use it all. I still got tons. I could do this scape twice again. There's nothing else I can really do to it. Maybe a piece there. One piece there might be good. And it's too big though. It's too bouldery. No, that ain't happening. Oh, there's a tiny piece here. That's a bit of coral actually. That bit of coral. No, not happening. Right, 11 ounces is pretty good. This piece isn't massively solid, to be honest. That's only a bit of rubble though, so I think it should be okay. The scape doesn't have to be 100% solid, because once we get coralline growing on it, it should go solid on its own, because it will just play over and all become sealed. Jesus, that went everywhere. Right. Is this solid yet? I hope so. Right, that's solid now. Let's put that there. Okay, so, ow, my finger really hurts. Got glue all over, that's why. What's this piece on the back doing? Not doing too bad yet. It's not overly solid back here. Oh god, that's not going to happen, is it? Alright, that should do it. I think I'm going to risk... Okay, alright, we've got that. This piece solid? Right. No braces on. That's looking pretty good, actually. Lots of space for coral, lots of space for fish to swim around it. As for hiding spaces, it's not perfect on hiding spaces, but I have loads of fish. No, I have loads of wrasse in here in my tank. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 wrasse, and plan on adding a 5th as well, which aren't going to use the rockscape for hiding. They're going to use the sand. So for most of my fish, the rockscape isn't important for hiding spaces. All I need is sand, which I do have. As for the clownfish, they will host a coral, which the female clown is taking a big interest in the Duncan coral, so that may even host that. Let's make sure you rock up. Alright, Mikey D. Just make sure you swap out the rocks slowly, or you might start a new cycle. Yes, what I'm going to be doing with that is I'm going to be buying some Fritzyme 9. I think it's called, so it's this bacteria in a bottle. When I do the transfer, I'm going to pour. I think the dosage of it is you just pour the whole bottle into the tank, and that will prevent any ammonia spikes going on in the tank. Because obviously, yeah, I'm going to be losing a lot of beneficial bacteria. And yeah, that's gonna prevent any ammonia spikes, nutrients going far too high. So for the first month, I'm gonna get a lot of algae on this, because it's fresh new rock, new bacteria on there. Well, no bacteria on there. Algae is gonna be clinging onto that. Maybe some hair, maybe even some cyanobacteria might pop up. But some Fritzyme 9 should prevent any ammonia spikes in the tank. It's not even that expensive either. It's like there's different size bottles you can get. The size I'm getting treats 150 litres. You want to go a little bit more than what your tank size actually is. So I'm going to buy some of that. I think it's only £5 or £10. Really not that expensive. And that should protect me from any dangers from ammonia spikes. So when I do the swap, I am going to do it all in the space of a few hours. Well, however long it takes. On the same day, I'm going to do it. Take all the rock out, take all the scape out, all the coral. The fish are staying in the tank. Obviously, I want to be very careful of the wrasse, because they're going to go into the sand, because I've got all my hands in the tank. They're going to be really scared and they're going to go into the sand. So when I put the escape in, I want to be careful not to crush any and leave them stuck underneath the sand. So I'm going to move the sand out the way, make sure all the wrasse are out, swimming about, not in the sand, so I don't kill them. I do want to add about, how many? I've got about 8 fish in here at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have 8 fish in here at the moment. I do have a big beefy skimmer, which I'm planning on maybe in the future changing to a hang on the back skimmer, so I don't have, so just so I have a little bit more space in the tank. Might go for a reef octopus or a bubble maker skimmer. You just put another comment in it. You should have started a second tank. To be honest, I wish I kept my little fluval tank, my little peninsula, if you remember that I had here. I wish I kept that running with all the coral, all the same rock, same fish, and then started this one. I will probably start a second tank in the future over the upcoming years. I'm going to get this sorted up nice and mature, really grown out, and I will consider possibly a Pico Reef tank or maybe a tiny little freshwater tank. Not massively into the freshwater side. Yeah, sure, I definitely will have more of them in the future. I do like them, but I do prefer reef tanks. So I will probably consider a small Pico Reef in the future, which will be exciting. But we're going to get this up and running first. I've had lots of problems with it already. Algae issues, hair algae, cyanobacteria, dinoflagellates, fish dying, aptasias, all the usual bacterial blooms, and literally anything you can name. But it's all common with the first year of tanks. It's really difficult. Obviously, I'm going to have a little bit longer than a year since I'm resetting the tank slightly. I've still got all that bacteria in the sand and the biological media. I've got a ton of it, but there is still, you know, maybe 30%, 30 to 40% of it in the rock. So that's what I'm losing really. But adding that Fritzyme 9 should sort me out. So if anyone has any questions, put down in chat. I mean, you guys don't see them all coming in live though. It does say live chat, but it's actually, I see them more than what you do. If that makes sense. So it's hard to see them. It's hard to read some of them. Oh, my voice is going a bit because I'm talking so much. Don't really go on for this long. 40 minutes live stream. All right, I think we'll go to like 50 minutes or an hour, and we'll call it a day. Nothing big for today. Just a small live stream, me building the escape, showing it. The reason I'm doing this is I was planning on maybe getting the escape in for this weekend, but I didn't realise how long this would take. So it's gonna have to be next weekend. So I don't want to leave my videos too long in between. So I'm going to do this live stream. I'll do another video, just an update, overviewing the rock escape, 100% done, and talking about my plans on how I'm going to get it into the tank. And then on next Monday, not this Monday coming, the Monday afterwards, I will upload the video of me putting it into the tank, getting all the coral out. That'll be a big job, big video, but really exciting. Looking forward to making that. Not looking forward to all the stress though. It's going to be difficult. Some coral is going to be broken, some coral is going to be lost. But I can't do anything about that. I think most of it would be okay, but some bits are going to break and it's going to be annoying. I would get a fresh live sand and I use Carib Sea special grade live sand. A fresh sand bed. Why would I get... Right, you just said, wait, who are you? Christian Corals. Okay. A fresh live sand. Why would I get a fresh live sand? Because in the sand I've already got all that... I've got loads of beneficial bacteria in there that I'm going to need, really. There's no point in really switching it out. What I'm going to do, when all the rock's out, I'm going to get a siphon and siphon it all to get all the detritus or diatoms, whatever it's built up over the past, 11 months. And that will just make it clean and all fresh, keeping all the bacteria in the sand. So, I don't really need to spend that money and go through all that hassle of taking all the sand out and back in again. as you might get a cyano in the new Rockscape. I probably will. I've already dealt with it 3 times already in the past 11 months. I've had some big issues with cyanobacteria, but the thing I've done to resolve it is Cyano RX. It's quite expensive. It's like £20 for a pot of it, but it does treat up to 800 litre tank, so I could treat this tank about 10 times, like, you know, 8 to 10 times. So I'm probably going to get cyano, probably going to get hair algae, maybe even bubble algae. But I do have Vibrant, which is supposed to clear out any algae that you got, which it has proven to work. Apart from hair algae, didn't have a massive impact, but everything else, yeah, it's wiped it out. Yeah, so I can use that if the algae gets too bad. I can get Mexican turbo snails if I need to. Don't really want to have to do that because I hate cleanup crew. They move your corals, they disturb everything, and it's just, they're really annoying. They just bulldoze all your corals and move them. Even if you glue them, they unstick them. They do it on purpose, I know it. It's really annoying. If the corals are really stuck, it's okay, but, you know, when they're all fresh in there, they all move around, it's annoying. Vibrant causes cyano, yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the main reason I've had cyano so many times, because I've been constantly dosing Vibrant since, like, the 3rd month in. I've stopped it now, just to let you know. I've stopped Vibrant to prevent any cyano. So I don't really need to, really. I haven't really got any yet. Well, apart from hair algae, but Vibrant's not even having an impact on that anyway, and I'm taking all the Rockscape and changing it anyway, so all the hair algae will come out. So I've stopped Vibrant. I've also stopped Lactobalance because any carbon sources will spike up cyano. Yeah, but at least I know how to get rid of it if it does poke its head in again. Got Cyano RX. Put the dosage of that in. Only need to do 1 dose. I only had to do 1 dose last time. My dad had it as well. He only had to do 1 dose. It says to do 2 to 3 doses of this, but I've only done 1 and it's been fine. Yeah, I see all these bits of rubber getting on. This bit, that's pretty solid. This bit at the back, pretty solid. And where did I put that other piece? Where did I put that other piece? Oh, here. Yeah, they've already stuck already. You just put something else. I think as you're setting up a new Rockscape and new sand, I think you won't get this problem. We're gonna see. Unpredictable, really, what's gonna happen. I definitely will get quite a lot of algae. It should be alright. Nitrates might be elevated, and phosphates, but I know how to get those down. Easy water changes. Tank's not even that big, and it's not. I can do a 60% water change on this in the space of like 20 minutes. Really easy, really simple. So we'll see any problems that rise during the transfer, the new Rockscape. We will deal with as soon as possible, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a big change to the tank. Definitely will make it look a lot nicer. Making sure everything's stable. It's not too bad. I think what I'm going to have to do is add a extra couple of litres, 2 to 3 litres, I think, of water into the tank, because this Rockscape, it's much lighter, there's not as much rock going into the tank, so it's going to undisplace water, so the water level's going to drop, so I'm probably going to have to add more. You just put something else in chat, let me read that. And Charthouse Aquatics are doing better deals on New Life Sand. Yeah, I do order a lot of stuff off there. Food, dosing solutions, anything I need. They sell livestock, but they're not really, in my opinion, not of great selection, and in my opinion, overpriced on their livestock. But yeah, brilliant. Free next day delivery. Get a lot of stuff from there. Right, 45 minutes been doing this for. 45 is quite a while. Okay. If you've got any questions, please put in chat. I'll try and read it if I can. Yeah, I'm really liking the Scape. I like how they're not both exactly the same. They're similar but different, if that makes sense. This one's got a smaller footprint and it's taller and it's a little bit more plate-like, but this has a larger footprint and it's more branchier instead of plate, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think it looks good. The height's really good. Comes up 2/3 of the tank height, which is about 30 centimeters, roughly 35 centimeters up, which is the height I was aiming for, really. Plus, when you've got your coral growth as well coming up, you know, I don't want it being right out to the water. I want a bit of space onto the top. Lots of people put into chat looking nice. It's not even done yet. Still got, to be honest, not much more is going to be added to this. I'm nearly done. This is probably going to be finished by tonight. I thought maybe tomorrow, and I'll probably get it in the tank for next weekend, probably. I need a big few hour window gap, well, a whole day really. I still need to buy the Fritzheim 9. I need to order that, which I will order off Charterhouse Aquatics since it's next day delivery, and it's the only place I can find that actually does it. Probably make an order on that tonight, maybe probably tomorrow. Probably will order that in. All the pieces that I've stuck down tonight have already gone solid. Surprisingly, I didn't even touch the cement. I just used super glue and where did it go? The tuber putty. That's all I used. The putty hasn't gone solid yet, but the glue has gone rock solid. So that should keep it solid for now. And then when the putty dries, it should go really nice. Alright, so I'll give this live stream about an extra about 5 minutes. I'll end it when we get 55 minutes in. So any last minute questions you guys want to ask, do so now. I will be uploading probably, I don't know, some point midweek, Thursday, Friday. I'm not really too sure yet. Don't really know what's going to be on. Probably just overviewing the Rockscape, talking about how I'm going to get it into the tank. It's all going to have to be planned out. Yeah. So any last questions, do so now. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with the Scape. It's gone really well. It's taken a lot of time, but I'm in no rush. I've got all the time in the world to do this. I had to go. I went through. How much have I got this left? Still got half a pot of this. So I went through 1.5 pots of cement. A whole pot of glue and 1 whole tube of putty. Also a little bit of D&D putty as well. I had like half a tube of that, so quite a lot to stick all this together. But we want to make sure it's solid. Looking forward to see how this turns out. Thanks, Carl. Is it Carl? Merit. Yeah, it's going to look good. It's going to look much better once it's in the tank. I know lighting isn't great, so it's a live stream, so quality isn't great. It'll be better once it's uploaded onto YouTube. You'll be able to see it in a better quality. Once it's in the tank, lights on it, it's nice and wet, got coralline on it. It should look really good. My throat's starting to go now. This happened the first time I did a live stream. My throat started going really dry and just started getting a sore throat because I'm talking so much constantly for an hour straight. Don't usually do that. Yeah, So it's all went well. I think any last bits I'll probably add in over the next few days. Any last bits of rubble, bits of rock I want to add onto the scape I can do, but I can't really see any other places where I can. If I could, I'd get a piece and stick it down, but there's really nothing I can add to it. No other places. I don't want to make it too wide and too long so it won't fit into the tank, because remember I do have that brace bar in the middle, so I have to do two separate structures to make sure it fits in there. So imagine the tank's here now. I'd have to put one structure in, slide it over to one side, and then put the second structure in and slide it down there. Like the new reef design, we move the existing corals straight onto the new rocks. Also, how will this change affect the livestock? Nothing's changing with livestock. I'm going to be, so all the corals will be coming out and into buckets of water, and then I'll transfer the rocks into the tank, and then the coral will be stuck down onto the new scape. So I'm still keeping all the corals. Yeah, I'll put all the corals straight onto the new rock. Once all the rock scapes in there, I've rotated it the right way I want them. And then I'll stick them all down. I'll probably just put all the corals in there, get them all settled into the because they'll have to come out of the water and, you know, fiddled about with quite a lot, so they're gonna be under a lot of stress. Yes, so I'm just gonna plonk them in there, let them settle in for a few days, and then glue them into the places where I want them. All right, so I think we'll end this live stream. Now, if you guys got any questions, just do so real quick. Yeah, the scape's gone well. I was planning on doing a lot more on the scape in this live stream, but there's really not much else to add. It's pretty much done. There's nothing else I can really do. Yeah, I just added 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 bits of rubble in this video. That is all I can do. There's nothing else I can really add to it. It's as good as I want it to be. I had a picture in my mind, a little vision of how it would look, all the branches, all the plates, and I've got all the rock down. I've got all my cement and the glue, and I stuck it all down into place. So you can create any rock shape you want as long as you can imagine it. You just get the materials you need and you stick it all together. Obviously, very time consuming. It's taken a week exactly. I started doing this a week ago today, last Sunday. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys next Friday maybe. I might do a video. Some point towards the end of this week, midweek, towards the end of the week-ish. Just overviewing the new scape completely 100% done. Showing you how I'm going to put it into the tank. So I will see you guys in about a week's time. Alright, bye.